So true.
I don't care that he had no job or a most meaningless job.
Right.
When James came home, James was king.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
James was head when James came home.
And dinner was on the table.
Even when James was gone, James was head. Because he told all the rest of them, James, you go by what James had put down in this house.
That's right.
And it didn't show her or make us think that she was weak.
Nope.
That she was docile.
Nope. Not at
That
all.
she was just somebody's slave.
Not at all.
Because when she had to be strong, she was strong.
Yes.
She just understood the dynamics of what marriage is.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Something that we don't understand.
Yes, sir. So
Don't understand dynamics. And that's why they say strange things like, you crazy for letting him boss you around like that. You crazy for letting him X, Y, and Z. But I'm going to give you two examples of two sisters. After I gave you the fictitious mother off a good time, which is a good, I'm going to give you two loud women. The first woman, and I'm going to do it in reverse order. The first woman that I know, that I consider a great role model for African American young women, if you want to call them that, even for Israelite young women, and the way she carried herself, the way she handled herself, and not saying that she's the only two I know others, but because they were in limelight.
they in the light.
And one was Michelle Obama.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm recalling how many black people talked bad about her and insulted her when she had enough white people that talked bad and insulted her. But the way she carried herself in a high-profile situation with a high-profile husband that I know she was mad at. Huh? I.e. the time they went overseas and they were there and the French prime minister, or she held an office and she was flirting with Obama and looked like Obama was flirting. And Michelle was sitting there and she gave that little head nod and look. And Obama, oh. And he cut it right there. No more smile, no more nothing. He cut it right there. Huh? But she didn't jump up. Negro, what you got me over here looking and start going ballistic on him right there in public in front of everybody. Now what she did when they got back in the privacy of their own room and where they was at, that's for her and Barack to know. Hey, I wouldn't have liked Benny, but that's but understanding. See, there's a song, popular song, R&B song, by a nice group. They said, "Oh, what I need from you is understanding." And that's what everybody needs. They need understanding. And then the other lady, the other beautiful young woman, and I know them very personally. The second and foremost, and I told it to her, look, I always marveled at her. I did. And she carried herself most graciously. And that was Sister Elder Janice.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Man.
I know she was not always happy with Governor. I know she was upset. I know even at conferences she was upset. But she learned the art of covering him. You know what that art is? Cover somebody. See, scripture say what? What does scripture say? It says love covers what? All sin. So that means even in the face of being upset, she was able to hide that and conceal that from the world, from the rest of the world. And that was just a matter between him and her. And that's why, although, realistically, they had their moments, they had their arguments, nobody can point one out and say, well, yeah, I know, and it happened right here. You can't do that because the way she covered her man. I mentioned cover your man, and some of these women today, they don't like cover them. What? What do you mean cover? Because they have not learned that. And that's an old school art. That's an old school art. And like you said, so those are a couple of things. Now, what's some other things? Well, some other things is we've learned, like everything else. They asked the other day in the room, they said, well, why would somebody let people be homosexual or gay or lesbian? Because it's a choice you can make. Like everything else is a choice you can make. And you make choices based on what you learned and what you haven't learned. And we learned some bad decisions. And let me give Israel the truth. That he said unity and everything that we the soul desire. Yes, we need to work on it, work at it, try to establish it. But we've learned so many bad things. Yeah? And as long as we get in the midst of foolishness, we won't relinquish a lot of those bad things. So you talk about gathering together, but as long as we're in the midst of foolishness, and as long as we comfortable, they dropped you and me off, Brother Icon. They dropped us off at Northgate Mall, the Tri-County Mall. We still have all the amenities, eating, different things. We can be tongue and cheeky. Yeah, you my cat. You my man. Right on. Yeah, man, I love you.
Yes, sir.
That's different. If they drop us off down in one of the desert wildernesses of Alabama, and there's rattlesnakes, like that show Naked and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid.
You see how they drop them off?
Yeah.
See, there ain't no tongue in cheek in it then. You gotta keep it absolutely 100.
Yes, sir. Yes,
At
sir.
some point.
At some point,
You can be funny when you first meet, like, I love you. But at some point,
you gotta get real.
Real. 21 days.
Yeah.
You gotta get real.
All the way.
Everybody gotta get real with each other. Huh?
That's
right. That's a show. A reality show. Not speak to real reality, but that's a reality. So just think of real reality where your survival and my survival depends on one another. And see, that's not where we at.
We ain't.
That's not where we at. Huh?
Right.
I'm not saying nothing about going to Galen. I'm take that out. Understand what I'm saying. That's not where we at.
Right.
Where
we
survival
on each other really exists. Them people that walked out of plantations and decided to keep going with nothing, because some turned around and went back to the plantation. But the ones that walked out and walked into the Florida Everglades and swamps with nothing but each other, here's what they resided to. When we get out here, we can either work together and perhaps survive, or we can perish out here. But I depend on you, and you depend on me. Brother asked me a long time, said, yeah. I said, with some of Israel, I wouldn't get no bunker with y'all. Because I had to kill y'all. See, I'm not. And it's just me. And I got my big boy pants on.
I'm not going to be fooled. And I'm not going to continue in this fictitious, make-believe, fairy tale kind of way of living that a lot of people won't be. And I know things just won't get right because some people just won't get right until the Almighty does what He says He must do. And that's why He leave those prophecies in the book, because He knows it. That's why I say martial law. That's when I'll talk to you. When you run it, can I get in? Can I get in? Because now it's real. While we got a little freedom, we're going to play. Because as much as we talk about the man, we lean on the man. So we learn to. Let me show you what David said. Like I said, it brothers, men and wives. The reason why the Almighty said, look at what created, as we read this by David, but I reflected what the creator said in the book of Micah. And see, at the time comes to an end, it's not going to arbitrarily get better. It's in the book of Micah. Look what Chris said, and I have to go there first. Then we'll come back.
Micah, hallelujah.
And the song I want you to go to was Psalm 144. Well, let me stay with Psalm 144. I'm sorry. Let me stay there.
Psalms 144.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
What's going on? Going on 4 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
All right. Break it 5.
All right.
There's quite a few things to tackle in this. Just because you asking a very valid question, and it's even bigger than the scope of really marriage. But we're going to tackle it within the time frame.
I have a question. Something I'm going to tie in with that. Someone had told me that honoring your father and your mother basically is because the male was listed first, and I get some of it, but that you're supposed to honor your man. And so,
Yes,
I think there was a misunderstanding.
I think so. I think it was.
Read that. They had the right one. Try me if you want to.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
No, see, that's another, and I'm glad you asked that because that's another problem.
Exactly.
That people take things and twist things. Not only scripture, take things and twist things. They take people's situations and twist situations. As I said, going back to the scene, I told you, there is nothing wrong with you talking to young ladies. Because you just talking. Ain't nobody getting married tomorrow.
Right.
But like I said, you come home to me talking about you getting married. Let me see it. Girl, get out of here. That's why I'm like, they look, I'm gonna send her home. Get out of here. I wish you would. How wish you would. Because they don't understand. I know they don't. They don't even understand what they get ready to get into. But it's some marriage not taught from the eye of the Almighty. And it said, I also talked with the brother today. See, that's what the scriptures say. Acknowledge Yah. In how many things?
All things.
In some things.
All things.
In a few things.
In all things.
Acknowledge him in what?
All things.
All things.
All him for.
See, young men don't even understand what it is to be father, come into fatherhood, to be a husband. Huh? Young women don't know what it is to be a mother and come into mother and be a wife. Huh?
True.
Don't even understand how to pick somebody. Hello? Hello? Oh, she this complexion. He that complexion. He got muscle. He this. He drive that. He drive that. But we're gonna tackle all that. Then, like I said, we make a mockery of things. Then it's putting us at each other. Then it's these old adages. You know. And some of them come, some of them are good and some of them are not good. But look at what David said. And then we've listened to the wrong thing, talk about the wrong people. 144?
Yes, sir.
Verse 1.
Psalms 144, verse 1. Hallelujah. Blessed be Yahweh, my strength,
Blessed be Yahweh that is my strength.
with teaching my hands to war and my fingers to fight.
What best general is in the grave?
Hallelujah.
I ain't seen one. Huh? I ain't seen one. And like a good general, and see, when you have a good general, they said, that's my strength. Huh? You let Yahweh be the general, and I guarantee you won't lose too many wars.
Hallelujah.
And your finger will know how to battle in all things that you endeavor to do.
My goodness
He's my goodness,
and my
my
fortress,
fortress,
my high tower
my high tower,
and my deliverer,
and my deliverer.
my shield,
Mm-hmm.
and he in whom I trust,
Yes.
who subdueth my people under me.
So even though I'm king, even though I'm ruling, I understand that it's the creator that subdues the people under me. Because they hit people. Go ahead.
Yahweh, what is man that thou takest knowledge of him, or the son of man that thou makest account of him? Man is like to vanity. His days are as a shadow that passes away. Bow thy heavens, O Yahweh, and come down. Touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning, and scatter them. Shoot out thy arrows, and destroy them. Send thy hand from above.
Watch this.
Rid me. Deliver me out of the great waters, from the hand of strange children,
From the hand of strange children
who speaketh vanity,
who speak man.
and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood.
And these strange children in their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. In their right hand is a right hand of telling you things that don't pan out. In their right hand is a right hand of telling you things that don't make good sense. Don't make divine sense, definitely. In other words, you shouldn't be taking your cue from them, because they get things wrong. And we have been in the hand of strange children for a long season and not in the hands of the Almighty. We listen to strange children tell us it's all right for men and men to be with each other.
Right.
So we make our choice to say, well, the strange children, they said it's all right. But what the scriptures say, what the creators say, no, we ain't gonna worry about that. This kind of lifestyle is all right now. We listen to strange children tell us that the woman should lead. She'll lead. I'm not saying that she don't lead, because I'm saying she does lead. But I'm saying that that's part of what we know is wrong with our society. The fact that she has a lead. And I'm going to show people something on the internet that have a problem with that. Based on scriptures. Because women with understanding never sought to lead in the sense of I got to be out there and you take a step back. They never sought to do that in the scriptures. And it was always a block when that was done. Because any strong woman, even though she's in the background, she knows it's her strength that's propping up the man in the first place, that he can be in the foreground. These just universal truths. See, you don't have no movie if you don't have no extras.
Yes, sir.
You can't name me one of the actors on the Avengers movie. You can't name me one of the actors in the elevator that the Captain America fighting in the elevator scene. Nobody know that them actors because they're extras. Now you know the main character, Captain America, and you know the person probably that's playing him if you into that. But you don't know the rest of them guys. But guess what? Take them guys out of that scene, and who he fighting?
Nobody. Itself.
He just stand there swinging, and you like, I can't pay money for this, huh? See, you don't. These are lessons. Period. That's why I say everybody means something. If a person is breathing, they mean something. If they existed, they mean something. So there's a certain level that they will let you, there's a certain level of dignity that you want, that should be given to them. If they let you. Honesty, that is what you want. So this is what is not a submissive, it's understanding. Even the man, sometimes when he go on his job, he plays a subservient role. Like I told you, hear me say this a lot. Because we've been having this conversation on phone. I talk to the brothers. I don't know if they did it every year, but I know they did it one year. And most of the fellows will know this. There was a very successful football team called the New England Patriots. And for probably a decade, they never missed the playoffs. Won about 4 Super Bowls, the pinnacle. And like I said, I know one of the years, I ain't talking sports, I'm making my point. One of the years I know that from the highest profile person on that team to the janitor, everybody got a Super Bowl ring or an exuberant amount of money in the season. And they asked, because they were flashing. They said the trainers, the health technicians, the cooks, and they were flashing rings. They said, why they get rings? The owner said, because I don't clean. But somebody got my office clean.
Right.
I don't cut grass.
Somebody.
But somebody cut this grass that they practicing on. that allow them to hone their craft, that allow them to be masters when they go out and play against. Do you see what he did? Everybody then has something to do
with the team.
Huh? Even if he cleaned the toilet, he had something. So somebody can use the bathroom. And they made them, everybody feel a part. So what did that do to the psyche? I want to be part of this.
Yeah.
I want to be part of some success. Huh? And that's why they created its own culture. That's why some teams enjoyed a little success and fizzled out, where they created a culture of success, huh? And flourished. And the same thing. Time people create a little success, but they fizzle out. Instead of creating a culture of success that flourishes. And we are people that create a few little successes here and there, but we don't create nothing that's sustainable, that flourishes even long after we gone. Because see, we don't even think about, when you talk about consciousness, we don't even think about that. It's me, it's her, it's here and now. Bam. Ain't thought about the psyche of the children. Ain't thought about what go on down the road. See, we won't talk about everybody else, but let me tell you something. People do what they call family planning.
Yes, sir.
They do what they call family planning. Okay, we have a baby. Now, yeah, you can go overboard with anything, but they plan. Okay, we at this mark, we're gonna have a baby, bam. And we at this mark, we're gonna have a baby, bam. And we at this mark, we're gonna have a baby, bam. I know some couple that get married, they stay at home. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It said that Father Abraham was at home with Terah. It says Terah took Abraham, Sarah, Haran, and Haran's wife. And for a minute, they were all together.
Yeah.
When Abraham left, who left and went with him? Lot. You have families standing together, not because they were mooching, not because they was getting over and using somebody. They stayed together because collectively working together. That's unity. With a purpose, with an advancement, not just being together to be together. See, people ask, what about getting together? But what are we getting together for? What's the greater purpose? If we're not looking to advance, and in most cases, we're not looking to advance. Because if we're looking to advance, it don't take much. Not for somebody to come get me, not for it to be nothing. For me on my own to be like, Brother High Cop, I wronged you. That don't take a whole room full of people. That don't take no special. Brother High, we'll work it out quicker when it's just me and you. Yeah. And I can let my hair down, and I can tell you, man, and you be like, brother, yeah, you did. And yeah, I was gonna kill you. But we all right, man. Just don't never do it again. See, that's another thing. Joseph forgave his brother when he saw his brother with different men. Had he seen, and he tested them with who? Benjamin.
Yep.
And he saw that they didn't do with Benjamin what they did with him, so he knew they were men of changed hearts. And that's when he said, these can be my brothers. But had they done with him, with Benjamin, what they did with him, he would have went to work on him. He would have went to work because there was no change. People have to change. Right? We'll come back to it.
Add on what you're doing right now with that question. The marriage question.
Yes, go ahead.
I want to add on a question with that. I was watching a program last night and they're acting up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but they was talking more on the emphasis of talking about marriage, but putting the emphasis on why more people would rather shack up and have kids instead of getting married and building something. So I want to know if you can speak on shacking up.
Yes,
and then shacking up in the Bible. That's something that we did. Then we just shack up. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. We just shack up. Well,
talking about man and woman.
Yeah. I hope you are.
I Abraham left, he took Lot with him. But we talking, I'm going to say man and woman, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend type of deal.
Well, in scriptures, and I will be emphatic in this, there is no designation that this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend.
Hallelujah.
Not in the sense that we do, not in the sense, understand what I'm saying, not in the sense that we do what a husband and a wife do. Sure, that's my boyfriend. If he a boy and he a friend,
Right.
by definition, okay,
By
that's my
definition. Right.
But that don't mean we do
Right.
husband and wife
do.
do.
Right.
He is as a boy that
We
happens
are
to be my friend.
Hallelujah.
And she is as a girl that happens to be my friend. And that's where we at.
Friend.
Now, once we discover how well our friendship works and can work, now possibly we might start exploring, talking about, hey, you know, this thing look like it's getting a little serious. Like a father Jacob, 7 years. Huh?
Right.
That's friendship. And nobody could teach and sneak in. Yeah, they was doing something. No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. Huh? Because he thought, because when you study scriptures, he thought he was getting her for the first time the night of the wedding.
Right.
Huh?
Now.
And even I got another witness, Samson, when he asked his father, he said, "Can you go get that woman for me?" Then it said he used to visit the Philistine woman and talk with her.
Right.
Got a
Hallelujah.
whole litany of scriptures.
Hallelujah.
Boaz, when Ruth came back, he talked with her. Who are you, daughter? Huh?
Yes,
I'm Ruth. I came back with now. Oh, okay. All right. Then he told his other folks, his other servant, take care of her. Make sure she, don't nobody mistreat her. Do it right. But he talked with her day by day. Then the mother-in-law, Naomi, she said, what's up? See, this understand.
Hallelujah.
She said, well, what's up, daughter? You come home. She came home one day with a little extra. She said, where did you get all that apple kid? She said, that man, that rich man who field I'm gleaming in, he gave, she said, what's his name? Well, that boy. Wait a minute.
That's kid.
That was a kid. Boy, and he rich. Girl, come here, sit down. Do you know why he gave you that extra? Let me hit you. No, girl, sit down here. That man like you. He older than me. I know, but he's trying to show you that's what's going on.
That's what you want. Yeah.
So don't say nothing. Listen to me. But I'm gonna hook you over to somebody that's gonna do you right and be right to you. You one of the little young dudes working in the field, you ain't no telling what you're gonna get. You get ready to get the cream of the crop. And I'm gonna make sure.
Hallelujah.
So what she do? She taught her how to be a woman.
That's right.
She taught her how to use her femininity. She taught her how to feed him at night. He ate, and he got drunk, and he enjoyed himself. And she laid down at his feet. And when he looked, he woke up. Oh, what's that? She said, "Oh, your handmaid." But then when we come back to the brother, he just said, "Yeah, girl, come on. Let me put this pentagram."
They put on some teddy. Now he ain't put on no teddy.
Now you put on no teddy. He said, "Oh, I'm glad you trying to show me that you like me too. But it's a way in Israel that we got to do this. It's a right way
Hallelujah.
that we got to go about doing this. And one, there's a kin that's closer to me. He might have something to say about it. Pray he don't. I'm afraid he don't. But he might. We got to find out because we have to do this the right way. Then he was such an upright man, such an honorable man, and I'm just highlighting the story, that he made sure her integrity, her honor stayed intact. So what did he do? Again, it's talking about covering. What did he do? Even though nothing happened, he covered her. He made sure he got her out of the presence where nobody could look and say, ooh, I see her coming out. I see her coming out of boy. And then, ooh, girl, they done called down the street, back up the street. Now everybody know it. They in the field looking out like, you slugging. Nah, can't nobody say that. Because he covered her.
Hallelujah.
Huh? Because that's part of what marriage is about. I cover you sometimes. Sometimes you cover me. See, these are lessons.
Hallelujah.
It ain't as simple as, yeah, y'all get married. I do okay. That's why people had handmaids.
Hallelujah.
Because there's lessons. No matter how I was 30, still didn't know everything. There's lessons. You need to be taught. You need mentors. You need to attach yourself, and somebody needs to attach themselves to you, and you need to listen.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You need to listen.
That's why Christ said he hated divorce. It's even bigger than just a man and a woman getting divorced. Now, sometimes it comes to that. But he hated it because when you are together, I can show my son, and his mother should be able to show him how two people work together through everything.
Yes.
So now when he get married, he's calling up, you know what? This girl, she getting on my last nerve. Well, what happened, son? Well, that's why she... And you unbiasedly listen. And you say, huh, yeah? Uh-huh. Is that what happened, son? Yeah, I said, what do you think, Daddy? I think you did wrong. I called you to talk about her. I know you did. We don't talk about her. But we're going to talk about how you wrong right now. And that's why she's flipping on you, doing what she's doing. You need me to come on and put my foot in your tail? Nah, baby, I ain't calling you no more. Because sometimes he might be wrong. And for you to keep their marriage afloat, you got to call a spade a spade. And he's wrong.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Now there's understanding that when they get married, this is supposed to be your daughter.
That's right.
So that if problems arise, she might feel free in calling you because you his father. I can't talk to him right now. Let me talk to his father.
Yeah.
And I said, my daughter. I said, well, daughter, you know, I know him. He's a little cuckoo sometimes. You just got to work with him a little bit.
Sometimes he's slow.
He's slow. You know, I get cross sometimes. You just got to work with him. That's all. You know, slap him a little bit and yell him cross. All right. But he gets slow sometimes. Huh? The dynamic, what I'm painting is marriage is even bigger than just two. Now the dynamics, again, like I said earlier, of a family growing, of something being inclusive.
Yes, sir.
The grandbabies are grandbabies to both sides of the family. That's right. Not just in my. No, they're supposed to be grandbabies to both sides of the family. So both sides of the family need to be in working order. This is what y'all don't.
Go ahead, Mo.
They need to be in working order, not dysfunction. And for too many of us, the babies are coming into dysfunction, or when they in the family, we letting things get dysfunction because of pride, because of stupidity, because of laziness, because of arrogance, because of being on some kind of all the things the Almighty said, because of lack of understanding of what things really are. And then you don't let nobody inform you or tell you nothing. I'm trying to hip you, like they said to me in the street. I'm trying to hip you to the game. And you can't tell me nothing. Huh? I ain't listening to you. You divorced. Y'all, like I said, y'all never know how many times people, I ain't listening to Alicia either. Boy. I'm gonna listen. That's what I'm gonna listen to.
Well, listen to it.
Because he is the voice. He can tell me how things went wrong.
Exactly.
You a fool if you only want to listen to somebody tell you how it went wrong. Tell me how it went wrong.
Where did
I want all the information.
Where did it go left?
And he got some jewels. And he's saying that today. They're like, ooh, only I had listened to Alicia. I said, yeah, But we don't be knowing what we think we know. Especially in this kind of land, where they told what strange children have also been in effect. Strange children have told the black woman, I'm just going to focus on that right now. Like you said, told her, you better off without him. Get out, don't let him get in your way. Stop me when y'all ain't heard these. He ain't no good. He gonna stunt you. You can't grow. He holding you back. Well, I'll say he can only hold you back if you let it. And number two, if you got the wrong joker, some of that choice was yours.
All that choice was yours. All that.
Not all of because sometimes people can fool you and fool you.
You allow yourself to be wooed.
And some of that is yours. Now,
Yes.
It ain't that you can't correct it, but some of that is yours. Huh?
My nose
When
is
the sister
open.
get to talk to me, I said, well, why did you pick him? Now, if he just did the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde on you, there's a remedy to that. I'll pick him. But like you do a grocery store, I'll pick him. I can put it back.
Oh, that's right.
But a lot of times we make wrong decisions. Huh?
Yeah.
You make decisions based, again, information, understand you. Have standards about yourself. See, we're gonna touch a lot of things. We're gonna touch a lot of things. Yes, ma'am.
What about when, we have those, you said you picked the wrong one, what if you got the right one, but you sabotage it because of things that
Self-sabotage.
and we don't that, I said wasn't talk or whatever, and we was talk the wrong thing.
Very good.
Hallelujah.
You have the right one,
Ooh.
and it's getting sabotaged.
Because you sabotage
Your
it.
mom or your grandma.
Because you listening to the wrong thing.
And if you within your family, the ones who raised
And that's why I said-
your aunties and all that, don't let no man eat.
Good.
You don't eat for nothing, that, and
And that's why I'm going, and that's why we hanging on this, because strange children, they don't have to look a certain way. They're strange children because of things that come out of them, strange and a strange from righteousness. Keep reading. That's why you said what?
Psalms 144,
Whose mouth speaks
verse 9,
vanity.
verse 8, picking up. Whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Verse 9. I will sing a new song unto thee, O Elohim, upon a psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises unto thee. It is he that giveth salvation unto kings, who delivereth David his servant from the hurtful sword. Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children,
Repeats it for a second time. Go ahead.
whose mouth speak vanity, and their right hand is the right hand of falsehood.
Anytime there's vanity. But see, a lot of times people tell you, you need to put them away. You need to get away from them. You need to get away. And the hope, especially, I ain't gonna say especially, but I've seen it a lot with women. Girl, leave him. Girl, put him away. And as soon as you cast him out on the side, like trash, she pull up and grab that bag and put it in the car and gone. Well, that was her plan all the time. Yeah? I'm always going to take counsel. Even when talk about gathering together, I'm always going to take counsel. I take counsel in here. I've had elders. And I take counsel. Then I go to the Creator. And if it's feasible, and the Almighty show me it's feasible, then we move on. But I'm going to move on it, not just off of what somebody told me or what I've heard, but what is feasible and what the Almighty has shown me, because I believe I serve a Creator that's still working and living and still able to show you what you need to be shown if you let it.
Hallelujah.
Some people don't believe that, but I do believe that.
Hallelujah.
So yes, I will take all your counsels, but I'm going to make the decision.
Yes, sir.
And one thing I have to be able to do, and one thing you have to be able to do when you talk about marriage is, again, and here's what we talk about marriage. Because everybody, like I said, everybody have their path. You have people that counsel people, tell people to do this, because this is what they did in their marriage. I used to knock them upside their head. Don't do this to that. Don't do this to that. Back in 1970, I used to wear him out. Don't you listen to that. Huh? This ain't no 1975 man down there. You get in there and get it there. Be over there and
it's a modern woman, man.
You see somewhere. Huh? Yeah. Don't, so you can't, everything they say, sometimes you have to go beyond the veil and hear a message, but you don't pattern yourself out of that. That was you. And that's what you did. That's what he take. Or that's what he took. Everybody ain't him. I can't listen to that. I can't go over that.
Young man today,
I thank you for your advice, but you know. So all advice, you take it with a grain of salt. The decisions is ultimately yours. Now the marriage is another thing. And we're going to get into some scriptures. I know we do. And the marriage is another thing. Again, in a marriage, there has to be respect.
yes, sir.
These are some keys. And
Hallelujah.
these ain't even all the keys. These are some keys. Respect. Big key. Honesty.
Yes, sir.
How can you be with somebody you can't be honest with? Huh?
That's right.
Like I said, we ain't talking about them deep skeleton like even the scripture say there's some people gonna go to the grave with, but we talking about honesty. Huh? Because it could be such a game changer.
Yes, sir. Yes, it can.
And we ain't talking about honesty like, oh, I got to be totally honest with you. So I know they want to throw him a surprise birthday party, but I gotta tell you that they're throwing you. We ain't talking about that. That honest. We ain't talking about that. But we talking about honesty, where it can make a huge difference. I know because I played my part. And it can make a huge difference. So respect, honesty, a little
Loyalty.
loyalty, a little loyalty. One thing I could always say is I was loyal. Been hit on it many times. I know y'all back there like, huh? But was.
One old girl said, ain't nobody got it. He said, look, I think you're lying anyway, because I don't see no ring. Back then, I still thought I was young. So I thought I had to use the line then. I said, baby girl, my ring on my heart. So I thought I was smooth. I'm like, you look like a but loyalty, huh? Loyalty, huh? Respect, honesty, loyalty, appreciation, huh? Huh? And I ain't even put a word up there yet. None of y'all know I ain't even put a word up there yet. Hello? So that's what everybody throw out. Love.
Yep.
But love sometimes be absent of respect. Love sometimes be totally absent of
Honesty.
Love be absent of
Loyalty.
Love be absent of
Appreciation.
and will tell you I love you all day long. Send you cards, candy. Love you. Emojis. Do this on like they appreciate. But ain't showing you none of this.
That's the action. That's the love. Action create that love.
Mm-hmm. I guarantee you, yes, I show you all this. You're gonna start saying, you love me.
That's right. Those are the actions.
You appreciate
Those are
me.
the attributes of what true love
Be
is.
loyal to me. I saw him at a conference with 100 women that looked like Halle Berry and Beyonce, and he didn't think about touching one of them. And I know I got proof. That's the other thing. Now, wait a minute.
Long.
I'm
Right,
gonna trust I'm gonna trust you.
Mercy.
I'm gonna trust you.
Yes, sir.
See, these are qualities. I'm gonna trust you, my man. Always, hey, I ain't worried. I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you till I can't trust you no more. Okay. And you, how am I gonna determine that? By you. By you. The moment you give me reason not to trust you, I won't trust you. But I'm gonna trust you up until then. Huh?
Yes, sir.
And in that trust, that means when somebody come to me, oh man, I saw your mom in the store. Dude was talking to her. They were leaning all on the cart. They were hee ha ha getting in. Man, they was into it. Conversation. Didn't look right to me. It didn't look right, did it? No, it just didn't look right. You know how scandalous women is today, huh? It just didn't look right. Didn't feel right. And you, my brother, I had to come and tell you. But a lot of times, them feet just slip the mist. And what you have to do is bang him over the head and say, oh, yeah. Was he about 6'2"? Yeah. Was he dark skinned? Yeah. Was he close? How you know? That was her Uncle Petey. I know her back.
Right.
When she told me she was leaving and going to the store, she was leaving and going to the store. And I trusted her that she was leaving and going to the store because she hadn't given me a reason to doubt her. So you don't have to come to me and report everything you see. Because in our relationship, there is a little what? Trust. See, these are keys, like I said, but maybe I shouldn't say keys. Maybe I should call them building blocks.
Hallelujah.
Pillars.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
That sounds better than key. Things you can build on. Stack on top. That's what these are. Respect and honesty and loyalty, appreciation, trust. These are building blocks in a relationship.
Hallelujah. Yes, sir.
To be, this has to be there. It goes with trust, but it's a little different.
Security.
Secure.
Yeah.
Secure. See, Yahweh is righteous.
Hallelujah.
That's why he told that man, he said, for a whole year, don't you do no business.
That's right.
Don't let them take you away from your woman for a whole year so you can make her. A lot of people see that cheer up and we, man, mine just automatic. You mean, woo. Yeah, look at him. Hey, you laugh because you know I'm telling the truth. That's all we thinking about. But it means, when he say tear up, it means so much more. It means that whole year, you make her just think that nobody else exists. You secure your relationship with her the most you can.
Hallelujah.
You secure, you sew that bad boy up. You do that by finding out things, because you still finding out, but it give you a whole year to find out things. Because there's in the marriage there's things, and people there's things called tendencies.
Yes, sir.
So I need to learn your tendencies.
That's right.
This is called understanding. I have beautiful elders, and one time we were talking. I said, if I come in, I took a course and said, read time over there. Yeah. But we, in the course of nonverbal communication, we often did exercises, and our classes was often conducted where you could not talk. Very enlightening class when you do things like that. But I asked a couple of the several, when I said, your husband come in, slam the door. Y'all lunch break, you just throw it down. Whatever you got in his hand, key, you just throw it down. Flop down on the seat. Very dejected look on his face. Just boom, you smell that thing. He just I said, is that the time for you come out to the back room? What's wrong with you? What happened to you? The bill collector called today and we passed him on it. And then, is that the time really for you to come out?
No.
Not if you want peace, right? Wrong time.
Wrong
Not
time.
that shouldn't be addressed, but that's not the right time. Then we wonder why people get snatched up and choked. Wrong time, wrong place. When you saying something, these are arts of how to deal. These are dynamics. Sister asked me, Pastor, I gotta go. These are dynamics that people don't know. Huh? They just come. Where you been? You so late. You were out. You were out. You probably was out with something long about. And he just got held over. They made him work overtime. He didn't want to do it. He got other bad news. Car might have broke down a little bit on the way home. I mean, he done had a rough day.
pray, and you just come out and just give it to him. And he like, what? Huh? And he couldn't explode on nobody? Who do you think he's going to explode on? He's going to unleash back on you.
Exactly.
Now is the time, and it's not being, again, see, it's getting our mind right. It's not being a native. Now is the time to be like, okay, kill him. Change his disposition first. Show him that somebody care about him. Show him that somebody appreciate him. They didn't while he was out. Show him that somebody love him. They didn't while he was out. Show him his manhood is intact with me.
Hallelujah.
Massage. You don't say nothing. You just walk behind a little, huh? A little glass of water. A little something to change that disposition. And let the soothing of the disposition take place. Now, later on, I can come back and I can play. Later on, we have a little issue. Not you didn't pay that bill, and we have a little issue. We got simple Lord. Do something. Can you take care of this baby? Huh? See, this part of the law. If you do it right, he's like, I take care of it tomorrow. You don't took care of him. Take care of tomorrow. You show.
Hallelujah.
Don't let me forget this.
That's right. That's
I
right.
don't understand.
Yeah, Witch, come on, right, Witch?
And vice versa. Because our women out here in the world.
Yeah.
And it ain't no easier on them. Huh? So they come home and they dragging. Don't approach them at the door like they a milk-bone biscuit. Yeah, you keep them proud. Keep your pride. Sisters know what I'm talking about. So there's another way that you can take care of her other than just one way. See, they missed that.
That's right.
Get you some rolls. See, brothers don't like to hear this kind of teaching. Get you some rolls.
Yes, sir.
Get you some of them bath bombs. Throw it in that bath. Lavender. Yeah, bath bombs. See, I'll tell you something later. Little jazz.
That's right.
Huh?
Yes,
Remember
sir.
that old commercial? When she had a little day, she said, cow
Take me away.
and you be a cow and take away.
Hallelujah.
Huh?
Hallelujah.
If you can't cook, call somebody that can.
Put it on the plate.
Make a turkey and turkey double decker something. Give it effort. Huh? We need a new way. Huh? We need a new way of thinking. Because through these strange children, we lost our way of how we was with each other.
Yes, sir.
Go to the book of Deuteronomy 28. We
Hallelujah.
lost it through the curses. Go to 28. And oh, it's got nothing but worse.
Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Verse 54.
Deuteronomy 28 and 54. Hallelujah. So that man that is tender among you.
That's what?
Tender among you.
I heard years ago, don't call me a gentleman. I said, what the Dickens?
Yeah, I heard.
Call me no gentleman. Get messed up. Curtis said, here's such a man as what?
Tender among you.
And very
delicate. His eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
Changed his whole disposition. Not only was his eye evil toward his brother,
And toward the wife of his bosom.
it became evil toward the wife of his bosom.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
And he learned how not to give a damn about his children. And you see why I said this bigger than even just a couple dynamic. We've learned some terrible ways of being people. It's been hard. Creator already admonished us about having a hard heart, and it's even been hard even more. We become even more stiff-necked than what we were. Then look at 56.
The tender and delicate woman among you,
Delicate woman among you.
which would not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness.
Her eye
Shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom,
toward the husband of her bosom,
and toward her son,
toward her son,
and toward her daughter,
and toward her daughter,
and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
and a lot of times we are. I talked about it the other week. We give birth to children in anger. We give birth to children in anger. Have them in anger. Raise them in anger. Everybody angry. Mother angry at the father, so she angry at the children. Father angry at the mother, so he angry at the children. Children in just all this, so they angry at both parents. Because a child's natural inkling is that their natural inkling is that the parents should be together. Especially when they're young, they can't understand why
So
the two separate.
it don't make no sense.
That's baffling to them. No, yeah.
It make no sense at all.
They can't understand the dynamics of what's going on.
No, sir.
And that's their natural inkling. So they become jaded. Now everybody is jaded. When that is the case, there's a problem. But my sister asked me specifically about women. So in the next few minutes before 5, we're going to see some examples of women. What? From scriptures. What and what not to do. Using those
Hallelujah.
building blocks.
Hallelujah.
Let's go Book of Esther. And debunking some of these ways that people tell us. Because see, for an Israelite man, your role models are right here.
Hallelujah.
These men are tried, proven, and beyond reproach. And Abraham. That's why I said, look to him. Isaac, look to him. Jacob, look to him. These men will show you the way.
Pastor. Hallelujah.
So women, there's women in scriptures to look to as well. Like I said. And there's some bad men to look to see how not to be. So we have women to look to in scriptures. And we have women not to look to in scriptures. Before we go to Esther, let's go to Judges. 4th chapter. I know.
Judges, chapter 4.
Yes. Verse 1.
Judges chapter 4.
Verse 1.
Hallelujah. And the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of Yahweh when Ehud was dead. And Yahweh sold them into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan, that reigned in Hazar, the captain of whose host was Sisera, which dwelt in Haroshi of the Gentiles. And the children of Israel cried unto Yahweh, for he had 900 chariots of iron, and 20 years he mightily oppressed the children of Israel.
In other words, he has superior war power. These 900 chariots. The children of Israel didn't have the war power to match 900 chariots. Chariots changed the game in antiquity. So he was able to oppress them for 20 years mightily.
And Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Lapidoth.
So don't let nobody tell you ain't no great women in the scriptures. This woman a prophetess named Deborah, the wife of Lapidoth. She judged. She not only is a prophetess, she is what? She's
Judged Israel at that time.
She's judged. Huh? Go ahead.
And she dwelt under the palm tree.
Now keep in mind she's judged. That means that's a big deal, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's her occupation, huh? That's top notch, right? She's judged.
She got saved.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And she dwelt under the palm tree of Deborah, between Ramah and Bethel and Mount Ephraim.
She dwelt under the palm tree of Deborah. Don't pass that by.
That's a city.
Not only the city, that's hers.
That's her city.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
That's her name.
Hallelujah.
And we go here, I'm making a point. Huh?
Yes,
She
sir.
got the title.
Yep.
She got the job.
Yes, she do.
Huh?
Yes, she do.
She got her own place named after her.
She got the authority.
Huh? Huh?
Yes, sir.
She doing real good, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She what you call a high value woman, I guess, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. And verse 5 again. And she dwelt under the palm tree of Deborah, between Ramah and Bethel and Mount Ephraim. And the children of Israel came up to her with judgment.
She came to her for judgment. Yes.
And she sent and called Barak, the son of Abinom, out of Kadesh Naphtali, and said unto him, have not Yahweh Elohim of Israel commanded, saying, go, draw toward Mount Tabor, and take with thee 10,000 men of the children of Naphtali, and of the children of Zebulun, and I will draw unto thee the rivers Kison, Sisera, the captain of Jabin's army, with his chariots and his multitude, and I will deliver him into thy hand.
So she sent and called to Barak, the son of Abinadab, and she told him, look, I'm judge. People come to me. Even got my own spot named after me. I got everything. But this that need to be done, this the work of what?
Yeah. Oh, the work of a man.
This is the work of a man.
Yes, sir.
Have not, even though I'm judge, even though I'm head in Israel, have not Yah commanded you to go up? Because this is what you need to do. This is your responsibility. Even though I'm a high power woman, this is your responsibility. Huh? I'm not trying to take what a man should be doing. Do y'all see what I'm getting?
Hallelujah.
You see what the scriptures are getting.
That's right.
You know it. You see what scriptures is showing.
That's right. Yes,
You know,
sir.
I have all this. I'm in this position. I'm not trying to assert myself and do something
As a man.
that really is meant for a man
Yes,
to
sir.
be doing. Yahweh
Hallelujah.
has commanded you,
That's
and you
right.
need to handle this.
That's right. Hallelujah.
You need to be a man, and you need to handle this. And you need to go and win the battle. Keep going.
And Barak said unto
You
her,
know what Barak said?
if thou wilt go with me,
Oh,
then I will go.
I'll go.
But if thou wilt not go with me, then I will not go.
What the devil?
That is a beta, sorry man.
He said, if
It's a
you
weak
go,
man right there.
if you go, I'll go. I'm not trying to be discouraged, but scriptures show us so many things. And like I said, things out of course. See, a lot of times, this is why I say understanding. Because a lot of times when we get in the midst of things, we let things get out of course. You handle it. When it should be me handling it.
Man, don't even trust God.
When it should be me handling it. In some circumstances, we have thrusted the women.
Yes, sir.
And we have made the women, in some circumstances, we have made them believe they need to be the head. Because our lack of taking control as men.
Hallelujah.
In some circumstances, our lack of doing what we're supposed to do have forced them to feel like they need to take the
Yes, sir.
reins.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We have left that door in some circumstances. We have left that door open.
Yes, sir.
I don't care
Hallelujah.
what feelings I hurt. We have left that door open.
So true.
And they feel. Huh? Because before they let the whole thing fall down, if they have any sense, somebody, before you let the whole house burn down, somebody gonna try to save it.
Yes, sir.
It's like in the movie they made years ago. They don't make a lot of movies like this. Boys in the Hood. And remember, the boy got so old. She was keeping him when they first broke up. She was keeping him. Then he got a certain age, coming into his teen years. And what did she do?
Going to your
Pack
daddy.
up all this stuff. Put him in the back seat. Drove him right to his who? Right to his father. Because she said right now he needs you more than he needs me.
Right.
He need a father. He need a man. I done took care of him. I done took care of him as a son, as my baby. But he not a baby no more. He needs you now. He here to go in his teen years. I can't teach him how to be no man. That's your job. So he need to come and stay with you. And what
Hallelujah.
did Larry Fishburne care to do? Come on. Get out of there.
Bang on over there.
You don't get on. And from day one,
Get these leaves up.
get this up right here. He ain't going with it. Get this up. My man did with the word right. What is this? Yeah. Because life lessons.
That's right.
People ain't gonna, you've been coddled by her. And that's what she was gonna do. Take care of you. But now I'm getting ready to show you the real. Everybody ain't gonna coddle you. Everybody ain't gonna take, everybody ain't gonna baby and pacify you. I'm getting ready to let you know, not that I don't know, but I'm getting ready to show you what's real out here, especially as a young man. Now think if he obligated that and just told, no, you can't bring it to me. I ain't taking it. Huh? It would have went on another way.
Yep. them
Yes.
boys in the hood.
Like I say, I don't apologize. By now, you should know I don't apologize when I'm teaching this.
Hallelujah.
Because I know this is absolutely necessary. If
Yes.
you want to be coddled, go to another class.
Hallelujah.
But I know the word of the Almighty.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I know what's wrong with our people. And I'm not going to make no excuses.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
And in a great deal of situations, the men, like the scriptures say, have failed
Yes. Hallelujah.
and continue to fail the nation.
For sure. No passing the buck.
He said, if you will go in, then I will go. And look what she responded to him.
And she said, I will surely go with thee,
Well, I'll go.
notwithstanding
Notwithstanding.
the journey that thou takest shall not be for thy honor.
But if I go, how can you get any honor? How can your manhood really be intact?
But you,
If I go,
it ain't gonna be
if
intact.
a woman got to go and lead you, if they see a woman leading on the battlefield, they looking for the leader, they looking for the commander, they looking for the general, and they see a woman standing out there. We're going to get the victory because Yahweh promised us the victory, and he loves us that much. But you can't get no honor.
You ain't gonna get nothing.
You can't get no honor when they see me lead, when they see me taking the forefront,
That's right.
when they see me assuming that position
Ain't no honor coming to
that
you.
you relinquish to me.
You relinquished.
Huh?
Gave up your honor.
I hold no greater badge, and I hope they know it by now. I hold no greater badge than the badge and the honor of saying I'm their father. Because for 20, 17, 10, and 13 years, I've done what a father's supposed to do. I
Hallelujah.
ain't say I spoiled them, but I've done from day one.
That's right.
From the day he came out and opened his eyes, and I was the first one he opened his eyes to.
Yes, sir.
I went to work sick with ailments, dog tired. I've come home dog tired and still spend time with whatever they're doing, practices. I've been there. I've put in the work. That part of me, when I go to way of all flesh, nobody will never have to question. I didn't relinquish that to somebody else. I've been helped, but I didn't relinquish that because that's mine. Honor when it comes to that will be intact.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. I don't know what else he would have demanded. Damn. He was a father. I know
Right.
that. I know that. For Yahweh shall sell Sisera into the hand of a woman. And Deborah arose and went with Barak to Kadesh. And that's what she warned him about. Man, you can't get what you should receive as a man if you're willing to relinquish your position. So think about this. That's a good lesson.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Now, Esther, what we find in Esther? Let's go to Esther. Did you see a woman that, like you said, was a high power, high profile, but she didn't try to assert herself over the man. She gave him every choice, every chance to maintain his role.
didn't want
She
it.
didn't say, hey, y'all ain't no good, men ain't no good anyway. Don't know how to do nothing.
It's sad we got so
She
many
didn't do all
men
that.
that's out here like that today.
She wished that he could maintain the position that he naturally should be in. Now, as to the first chapter, let's see another young lady.
Start at 1.
Esther.
Esther, chapter 1.
Let's see what we can glean out of this. Verse 1.
Hallelujah.
Uh-oh. Yes, this is going to be it.
All right. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus. This Ahasuerus, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over 107 and 20 provinces, that in those days when King Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan, which was in Shushan the palace, in the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants, the power of Persia and Media, the nobles and the princes of the province being before him. When he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty, many days and 180 days. And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan, the palace, both unto great and small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace.
He was so enthralled with what he had, he just throwing a party and letting everybody, appreciate what was going on in his life. Go ahead.
Where were white, green, and blue hangings, fastened with cords of fine linen, and purple to silver rings, and pillars of marble. The beds were of gold and silver, upon a payment of red and blue and white and black marble. And black.
Go ahead.
And they gave them drink in vessels of gold, the vessels being diverse one from another, and royal wine in abundance according to the state of the king. And the drinking was according to the law. None did compel. For so the king had appointed to all the officers of his house that they should do according to every man's pleasure.
You ain't have to force nobody. Nobody was forcing nobody. They was cutting loose.
Also, Vashti, the queen, made a feast for the women in the royal house, which belonged to King Ahasuerus.
Yes, she had her own feast going on.
On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mahuman, Biztah, Harbonah, Bigtah, and Abidah, Zethar, and Carcass, 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ahasuerus the king, to bring Vashti, the queen, before the king with the crown royal, to show the people and the princess her beauty, for she was fair to look on.
So like everything else, in this party. But he got a fine woman. He ain't got top lips. He got a fine woman. It's bad. And she would wear the crown. And he, like I said, like everything else, like all the gold, the vessels, and everything that he had, he wanted everybody to get a taste of, you know, what he rolling with.
Right.
Huh? I want everybody to see this sweet thing. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I told him, say, hey, go get her. You know, bring her back. Verse 12.
But the queen, Vashti, refused to come at the king's command by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him.
Now what made him upset?
The woman ain't come when he asked for her to come. She refused to come.
Embarrassed. Might say embarrassed, yes. But he felt what?
Disrespected.
Disrespected. Huh? That first building block we put up there.
Respect.
Huh?
Right.
This was great. This was a display of great
Disrespect. Most definitely.
You see, like I said, you brother, sister back there, she might not always be with him. He might not always want to go with she going. But they respect each other enough to make allowances that is mightily important. Okay, I really don't want to go there, but I'm going.
Yes, sir.
Not because I'm covered on the string, but because I respect my wife and her feelings. I respect my husband and his feelings. A level of respect.
Hallelujah. Yes, sir.
People miss this. Sometimes we do things and these are what they call small things, minute things we do into our mate without understanding the damage that can be done. Because who wants to be disrespected?
Nobody.
When I said you got him covered, don't front on him. You don't front on him. You don't front on her. That's disrespectful. Believe me, you got enough time when you get them when you need to get them. You give them all the hell you can give them. With respect. What did Rita say? R-E-S-E-C-T. Found out what?
Me
What
too.
it means to me. Huh?
Her Birdman put some respect on my name.
Found out what it means to me. Huh? Found out the hard way.
Yeah.
That's what she's singing about. Huh? Just a little respect. Go a long way.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
He felt very disrespected. That's what drove him to be very angry. Huh?
Yes, sir.
That it was burning him. Verse 13.
Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner toward all that knew law and judgment. And the next unto him was Karshina, Shethar, Amadai, Tarshish, Mirez, Marsena, and Memuncan, the 7 princes of Persia and Media, which saw the king's face, and which sat first in the kingdom.
So when she didn't come, huh? And I reference a lot of songs that I know y'all follow me in. There's another group that you sing songs that is written all over your face.
Yep.
You don't have to say a word.
Yep.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
And that's what people don't understand. So when you're going through things,
It's written
all over your face.
face.
Mm-hmm. They look, they sit there to him, they look at him. Because he's sitting there. He probably think he concealing it, but he's sitting there and he's like, ooh, she ain't coming. And they're like,
Look at his face.
you know, and he's sitting with high profile people.
Yeah.
These are princes.
This is his first prince.
Huh?
These the first ones he sent.
They all high profile.
Yeah.
So now he really feeling it like,
How
man.
high value mean?
Huh?
Uh-huh.
He said, what should we do unto the queen Vashti?
According to law, because he have not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus, the chamberlain, and Memucan answered before the king and the princes and the princes.
Watch this.
Vashti, the queen, have not done wrong to the king only,
This ain't no offense just against the king.
but also to all the
This
princes.
is offense to all the what?
All the princes,
And to all the who?
all the people
And where?
that are in all the province of King Ahasuerus.
Let me tell you a little secret. When we out there being ratchet, ghetto, and just gonna tell him all and let everybody see it, you're not just offending your man, but if your little daughter out there, she picking this up, then she'll start talking. A certain grow up thinking this is acceptable behavior. Other people, see what they have greater, what you talked about earlier, your conscience, they have greater ramifications than what we think.
Yes,
We
sir.
don't think about, but that's the thing. We don't think.
Uh-huh.
We just fall off the handle.
Right.
Huh? You got to tell him it don't stop him what he doing. It ain't changing much, but you gonna make it known right now in front of everybody.
Right.
And I was raised that everybody don't need to know your business.
Hallelujah.
There's some things you guard. Huh? But this put him on Front Street in front of everybody. And that's why I said, not only do they wrong you, she wronged you. She set a bad tone to all the people. For the deed of this queen shall come abroad unto all what? Women. That's what they were particularly concerned with. The rest of the women in the province gonna hear, all over gonna hear this.
Yeah.
And if the queen can get away with behavior like this, versus the king, whose commandments should stand, what do you think the regular everyday woman gonna do in her house with her man? We getting ready to have hell on our hands.
Yes, sir. And they all about to
between
despise.
men and women if we don't do something to show that this is unacceptable.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna have hell. Huh?
Yeah.
For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes when it shall be reported. The king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti, the queen, to be brought in before him, but she came out. And as you read further, we won't do we are gonna break, but that set the precedent of her not being queen
No more.
no more. You don't deserve
To be no
to do
queen.
that as a queen.
That's right. Jules up.
That's why when
Hey.
people call themselves kings and queens in these streets, I say, well, what you doing to deserve that title? Because queens don't carry themselves like that. Queens don't rock like that. As I said, I understood it's not the bonnets. It's not even the nightclothes. I said it last week. It is the mannerisms that go along with it. How are you carrying yourself? Because the way you carry yourself denotes what you deserve. And many people don't carry themselves in a king, because kings don't wear their trousers below their drawers, showing all their wares. Kings don't look all sloppy. Kings don't come out looking any kind of way. Kings come out looking like kings. Kings come out looking like they always taken care of. Kings walk, even in nature, the peacock. I can take you to the zoo today. And when we get in the zoo at the little train thing at the entrance, they got peacocks that they let walk around. And little peacocks, they'll strut, and they get right there, because it's right at the entrance. And you know what that joke will do? He'll stop and he go. He just stand there. He don't move nothing. All his feathers, all the colors, they just turn, and he be looking, huh? And he look, and they got a little train thing. It just got stopped. They be sitting, the little man be driving, he be like, and you just go sit there until you let stuff down, look again. Real slow. You look back. Oh, ain't nobody new coming.
He too cool.
Yeah, he is. Cause he carry himself in a regal way.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Ain't no feather flopping up here, then it come down here, look like y'all crack or something. What the heck is that? What kind of bird is that? No, he look like something. Huh? He look like something you should stop for. You should pay attention to. You should honor. That's what he looked like. Huh? That's what kings look like. That's what queens look like. They look like something that should be honored. That should be paid attention to. That deserve your respect, commands your respect. So these are lessons, sisters. These are lessons that need to be taught. Somewhere they need to be taught. One day. This is what needs to be understood. That's not being taught. And that's why we see what we see. It's a lot of lessons. You know, like I tell my son, it ain't simple enough that you just go to Bible class. Find me a girl in Bible class. And she got issue too.
Hallelujah.
I never told you she got to come out of Bible class. Some people, she got to come out the Bible class. Yeah. What? No, like I'm not. You better go be going to class for the Almighty, and that's it. Just about you. Shoot.
Hallelujah.
Whoa, y'all. No, you keep your eye open. You search. Number one, you know who you are. You set your standards for what you want. Ain't nothing wrong with having standards, man and woman. You have to meet those standards. You have to meet those standards.
You just don't have your standards too high. Where you went.
You set them as high as you set them as high as you want to. It's just that when you set them that high, know that you got to go looking even further, because the person got to be able to jump and climb up to the standards. So if you don't set them that high, you can't be going to the bar to look for them.
Don't set them that high if you ain't that high though.
Right.
Don't set them that high if you ain't that high.
That's
You
the
know what
other
I'm saying?
thing.
Because you ain't gonna never get it.
That's the other thing, you know. But have some standards.
Yes, sir.
Don't start at zero.
I don't have no zero standard. You open to anything.
You're going to break. Any final comments before we do so? Oh my gracious, little brother, they don't. I never get an hand from them. Now they get all hands up. Yes, sir. We're gonna work our way from the middle to the back. Yes, sir, brother.
All right. I was going to make all money hate to work with the state. The state loves to get a lot of money to get money through child support, get money through alimony. It's a multi-billion. I'm talking about $100 billion industry.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
So they love it. Also, incentive to disrespect a man and divorce him. There's an incentive to divorce a man. Okay, because they don't get what they call a no-fault divorce. I mean, you see it all the time. Take it for broke. She ain't made no money the whole time they was together. Now she get half of it, get everything. So there's definitely an incentive to get away from him. And, you know, like the last 50, 60 years, single mother, we talk about who raised these children, these strange children. It wasn't the man. It wasn't the man. The man wasn't raising these children. Where a good man at? No, it was the.
That's what made them
primary
strange.
custody.
That's what made them strange.
Raising all these women. All right,
That's
that's
exactly
messed
what
up
made
right now. But see, a lot of people, you know, when it comes down to it, it's like, okay, we talk about the man.
Let me hold it for 1 second before you get too far down the track. You said that the Gentile, the man, he loved divorce.
Yes.
You said that the system loved divorce.
Yes, they do that.
And that's all the more reason why we should hate it.
Hallelujah.
And he loved, we should hate it. That's scripture. So that's all the more reason why we should love it. We should cherish it. We should be on guard against it because we know that he loved it. So we should hate it. Because we know most of the things that he loved, that means it's detrimental to us. So that means we should work harder and fight against it because we know that he loved it. We know that he wanted us down there in the court, fussing and fighting and breaking up our family. So we should work that much harder to keep it together.
Hallelujah.
Because we know that he loved it. You had to get that in before you went further. Then you said, who raising the children?
Yeah.
Well, if I'm, like I said, if I'm a man, even if it don't work out with my wife or my woman, nobody else, when I know what I'm supposed to do. See, like I said, and I'm not going back down. There ain't no excuses. Ain't no changing my mind. Ain't no going no other way. Nobody else is going to take care of what is mine to take care of. That is my job. That is my job. Even if I have to bypass her. Like I said, I know a man that they took him to court, and he said, yeah, I go to court, and he didn't take a lawyer with him. He said, I go to court. He went to court, and he had a big shoebox when he walked in, and he threw the shoebox down. Judge said, yeah, you got to get charged, you don't take care of your children. Mama said, you don't take care of your children, blah, 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 blah. He said, yes. He said, can I speak to the charging judge? He said, yes. He said, well, sure. I ain't get hurt nothing. X, Y, and Z is. He said, but every receipt in this box, and he turned the box over. The receipts just fell out. Big box, big shoe box. He said, every receipt in here. Check it out. Shoes, clothes, books, all written out. Well, no, he didn't give her nothing. Huh?
That's right.
Baby, that child. Did everything for that child. So you trying to get money out of him? Judge said, you said he wasn't taking care of the child. No, the truth was he wasn't taking care of you. You came out here under false pretenses. You ain't getting nothing from this man. Matter of fact, and this is a true story. Matter of fact, they asked the man before they got out of court, do you want custody? And her to pay you. And in the mercy of being a decent man, he said, no, I just want to continue to take care of my child. I don't want nothing from her. But I've been taking care of I want y'all to know I've been taking care of my child. I ain't been taking care of her. I've been taking care of my child. So you can't raise us. You can't, like I said, and we cool. We still gonna be cool. But it just ain't gonna go that way, brother, when you talk about that. Come here to this class. I'm not gonna jump off that horse. Because I know the scriptures. I know the order of Yah from creation. It was him, his man, his woman, his children. The scriptures say Yah sets the solidarity of the family. And he reiterates, it's him, his man, his woman, his children. Yah said the fault of the family being disrupted is because to show you he would take away the man, the honorable man, the warrior, the ancient man, and all these was the men. And he said, when I take them away, he said, then you're going to have women that have to lead. They're going to lead and rule over babes. These babes going to grow up because the woman a lot of times it's going to overcompensate and make little monsters, and these little monsters going to grow up and think they running things. Why? Because things are out of its natural course. The unit have been broken. So for me, like I said, if we cool, there's 1,000 other Bible classes that might entertain that. But I know the truth. And I'm not going to teach nothing but the truth because that's the only thing that can help our people. Foreign persons, and I don't care about personal circumstances. Yes, you can continue.
Right. It's thousands of us that I've been able to see their kids out. I mean, tens of thousands out here that really want to be in their kids, like fighting against it. How they get a restraining order to call the police on them. There's many different ways to keep a father from the children, and it happens all the time, every day.
What are they doing? Because see, I believe this too. And we're not going to do no tick for tack. Like I said, we here going to pray. Me and you can talk. But I believe this. Nobody have power, truly have power over you, except for you. Some men also, I know, move hell and high water to make sure they see their kids. They determined. What'd you say, brother?
Police got killed. My son.
Well, I know you do. And what we need to ask about them 500 singers is, we're good. And that's what you don't do. That's what you don't do. That's what you don't do. Because I'm speaking the real to you. Yes, credit gonna look at her, but let me tell you a secret. And it ain't even a secret. Come, and I know it be fast. Come. Just like he did with Adam and Eve. He gonna come. See, this is why my class ain't full. And I don't mind. Not you per se. When I speak to a lot of situations and issues, I don't tell people what they want to hear and cuddle people. And y'all all love me and I love all, but y'all know I don't do that. I don't speak to myself and tell me what I want to hear. Because the only thing that can benefit us is to know what we need to hear and to know the truth. Huh? Nothing else will do it. I don't care what it was. Nothing else will do it. So keep fighting on. Don't give up. Stand in the gap. Assume your place. Clean up the things you need to clean up so that they can't use that against you. I know these other brothers, I'm going to tell you, and I'm not even in it. They seeing things that they can use. Okay, this strike against you. This strike. And they going to use that if they can use that. That means you and I have to eliminate that so that they cannot use that. The scriptures say that the wicked watches the righteous and seeketh the slain. But Yah will not leave him in his hands, except the righteous man have done some iniquity. They always watch. We have that's just us as black men. We have very little room to maneuver, knowing the enemy, because they always watch. They watch in everything. Get your tail light out so we can pull you over. We see that in the reports now. Black man can't even take his garbage out. You look suspicious. Taking my garbage out, I look suspicious. Let me see ID. Yeah, you standing here. Damn. Our room for error is small. So it matters where they can jam us up. It shrinks. Huh? It gets even smaller. I know it's hard, but that means we have to fight with the Almighty. We can't give them no ammunition.
thing too is we got everybody like to blame the other side. It should everybody had a choice in the matter. So you gotta take responsibility for your own choices as well.
Well,
It ain't just this
that's
person's choice and this person's choice.
that's the problem. And then I do want to get the break. That's the problem. Because that's another thing, and that's what I try to squash. Because that's the other problem. And that's what I was telling sister that we have to overcome. And I speak to this because the high cop point when we say gather yourself together. When we gather ourselves together and we trying to really get somewhere, let me tell you what's got to start happening. On all levels. Sisters gotta be real about sisters.
All day. Yes, sir.
Don't sit over there and point the finger over it. Sisters gotta be real about sisters. If you get no good men, you got to look at yourself and say, maybe something.
I got a no good man. That's right.
I don't have very much that I aspire to. Huh? And then brothers, they got to get together and be like, man, we just ain't no good. We ain't no good. When I was in Catholicism, my mother and father, they used to have retreats. The women go on retreats, the men go on retreats. And that's how they handle it. And that's what I'm saying. Sisters have to do things and talk to sisters, real talk. Right. None of this blaming the brothers off limit when you get together. Right. We gonna scream on each other. Yeah. Brothers get together, sisters off limit. We gonna scream on what is brothers' problem. We talking about brothers' problems. Yeah. Then when we come out of that room, we come together. We put all them problems out there, and together we help solve one another's problems. With Israel, that's how it should be. Israel got some problems. And together, we don't gloss over them. We don't act like they ain't existing. We got some serious problems. Some folks hate some folks jealous of some folks envious of some folks think they this and some folks think they that. We got some serious problems and we're going to talk about them, and then when we come together, boom. And when we approach it like that, yeah, it's going to go somewhere. And where we're going right now is the break. Let's stand. The young man with a new name.
Y'all run.
Say a prayer for us.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Oh, Yahweh, we come to pray this day. Pray and ask that the food you give us be nourishment. Thank you for the spiritual guidance you gave us with this first half of class. Pray that we get even more once we finish eating. Pray that you allow us to remember that this is the Sabbath day as we go on break, so that we don't get too full of ourselves and we don't mess up too much on your holy day. I say hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yahweh. God is righteous all the time, both day and night. Hallelujah.
Brother just gave us a kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.